Peace, family, peace. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV, back with a video. How's the family doing? If you can, come on and tap in. Come on and tap into your brother Malcolm Flex TV. We live in the studio. Come on and tap in. All praises due to Allah, family. Today, we're going to have peace, sister. Your brother's been fine. Thank you for tuning in. I've been all right. How have you been? Definitely good to hear from you, sister. Praise be to Allah. Family, today we're definitely going to have a very special program around 6 o'clock West Coast time, Pacific time. You know, we're going to have the Circle of the Gods panel. You know what I mean? So if you would like to join the live discussion, you can find my video, Walaikum Salam, Shagans, and Real Eyes. All praises due to Allah. Amir TV's in the house. Okay, and if you wanna check out that video, you can tune back in around 6 o'clock. And if you want to actually participate on the panel, that's why it's called the Circle of the Gods. Okay, you can hit me up in the comment section to this video, or you can email me at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. I repeat it, at malcolmflex19@gmail.com, right? If you want to join the panel, if you have a Google Hangouts account, you know, you can join on into the discussion. Today's topic will be defending black women and brothers being found lynched. Okay, so if you want to if you want to join the panel, hit me up at malcolmflex19@gmail.com, and you have to make sure you have a Google Hangout account already, so you can join the discussion. But this discussion, there won't be any debates. You know, there will just be a sharing of information between brothers and sisters. Okay, so this particular video is called the Ark of the Covenant Revealed. You know, your brother is always doing some type of research, and you know, I came across, I wouldn't say necessarily a discovery, but I kind of came across some good information, and I just wanted to share with you all before I do this live stream with the other brothers and sisters, the Circle of the Gods panel discussion. Okay, so you know, your brother just have been searching the scriptures. You know, I'm always searching the scriptures, right? And I'm trying to understand, like, man, you know, what does the Ark of the Covenant actually means? You know, and does it have any relationship with Noah's Ark? You know what I'm saying? Is there any type of similarities? So I start building on it in my brain, in my mind, and I'm just, you know, going over the story of Noah's Ark and going over the story of the Ark of the Covenant. And then I'm like, man, you know, let me check out what the scripture says about it. Went to the scripture and just trying to understand the purpose of these scriptures, you know what I'm saying, and how it relates to black people here in the hills and wilderness of North America, right? So, you know, I was just you know, just dibbling and dabbling, right? So your brother, let me share my screen with you all. Your brother went to the scriptures. Okay, so we know the covenant that Allah made with Abraham. Okay, we know the covenant that Allah himself had made with Abraham. So the covenant that he made with him, or the promise, you can see it on my, if you can see it on my screen, I'll kind of blow it up for you so you can see it. In the King James Bible, or there are other versions as well, it says, this is Genesis chapter 15, verses 13. It says, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Okay? It says, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them for 400 years. Right? So it's talking about the transatlantic slave trade that would take place to a certain specific group of people over in Africa, and they will be in bondage for 400 years, right? So when you continue to read some of the scriptures about this prophecy, it begins to become a little bit more graphic and a little bit more decisive who the scriptures is talking about. Okay? And so when you go to Deuteronomy 28, okay? Deuteronomy 28, and usually I will go straight to 68. But let me see if I can probably start from somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to start at verse 63 and I'm going to work my way down to 68. This is some very good information, something that your brother just stumbled upon accidentally. So the verse said in verse 63 to 68, it says, and it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and he shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. Okay? And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. So we know for a fact that black people during the transatlantic slave trade have been scattered throughout the nations. This is a fact. When you look, these nations, we are everywhere. You're going to find black people everywhere. A lot of people that have gone through the transatlantic slave trade, you're going to see a lot of brothers and sisters, right? So let me continue. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods. So that's why the Allah or the Most High punished us, is because we were serving other gods. So there are many scriptures that I point out in other videos that I've done, showing and proving that the children of Israel not only broke the laws and the commandments, but they began to worship other gods. And in the scriptures, the God said that worship no God but me, for I am a jealous God. So, and he also says, since you have moved me to jealousy, I will also move you to jealousy with a foolish people, and I will hide my face from you. Right? Thank you. Peace to you, Amir TV. You know what I'm saying? Sister always showing her support. All praise is due to Allah, but let me continue. And it says, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest. So us being among these other nations, we have found no ease and no rest. We have continuously been oppressed. Okay? And it says, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. And the Lord, verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spoke unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. So it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay? So we know for a fact that the people 4,000 years ago, the people of Moses did not go to Egypt on ships. Okay? And as a matter of fact, based on the scriptures, we know that the Israelites had went to Egypt because Joseph the prophet was a steward over Egypt, and he allowed and he asked the king and allowed his family to come in to Egypt. So they wasn't taken into bondage when they went to Egypt. They freely, on their own accord and reconnaissance, went to Egypt. Okay, they wasn't forced to go to Egypt. But right here in this scripture, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, so we have a movement, a group of people who consider themselves abos. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them brothers. I don't have a beef with them. Those are my brothers. I love them. But, you know, they're basically saying, peace, Brother Josh Mason. They are saying that the African slave trade never happened, although they still claim to be the true Israelites of the scripture. But my question is that if you are saying that the slave trade never happened, then that means that we would have to go into bondage all over again for another 400 years. And we will be going somewhere else. Or the Bible is just lying. Okay? So, but we know for sure that Allah told Moses, okay? Allah told Moses that his people was going to be in bondage for another 400 years, and also that they will be brought to Egypt again on ships. Okay? Now, check this out. Walaikum salam. And Brother Judah Star said the Ark of the Covenant is resting in Ethiopia. Hashtag facts. Well, we gonna see. I just came across some information. Now, so I'm just gonna present what your brother found. Okay? Based on the scriptures. Okay, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that the Bible is 75% prophecy and 25% history. I'm going to repeat that. The Bible is 75% prophecy and 25% history. Peace, Brother Demetrius. And peace, Brother Leak, 1978. And I Harley 222. Okay, so right here in Deuteronomy 28 verse 68, this is prophetic utterances when it said, when the Lord said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Okay, so let me kind of go back to my screen. I read both of the prophecies, both of the covenants. Okay, so now, matter of fact, let me define what an ark is. Let me define what an ark is before we move on, because you know we like to deal with nothing with actual facts. We like to break down in clear words. Ark. Okay? It says, also called Noah's Ark. Right? So you have the Ark of the Covenant and you have Noah's Ark. Okay? You got two arks. But are they different arks or are they possibly the same ark? Okay? It says, also called Noah's Ark, the large boat built by Noah in which he saved himself, his family, and a pair of every kind of creature during the flood. Also called Ark of the Covenant, a chest or box containing the two stone tablets inscribed with the Ten Commandments, carried by the Israelites in their wanderings in the desert after the Exodus, the most sacred object of the tabernacle of the tabernacle and the temple of Jerusalem, where it was kept in the Holy of Holies, a place of protection or security, refuge, asylum. Okay, a flatboat formerly used on the Mississippi River and its tributaries. Okay, so we just define what ark is, what an ark is. But we also know what the covenant is. We also know what the covenant is. The covenant is that there was going to be some people taken on slave ships for 400 years. So you have the ark and you have the covenant. So the ark could be a boat or it can be a wooden box. Okay, an ark could be a boat or it could be a wooden box. Okay, so let me share my screen. Right here on my screen, you can see the Noah's Ark. Okay, you can see Noah's Ark. Okay, and in the story of Noah's Ark, it said that Noah brought on two types of every animal. Okay, he brought on two types of every animal. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the animals are really symbolic of the nature or personalities or characteristics of people. So the question is, if the book is 75% prophecy and 25% history, is it possible that in the story of Noah's Ark, it wasn't talking about literal animals, two types of every living animal? Could it possibly talking about two types of every living human being? Think about this, family. Could it be talking about two types of living beings? The characteristics of people being depicted and symbolized as animals, right? This is Noah's Ark right here. Okay, let me see. Here's another picture with Noah putting the animals on the ark. The beasts of every kind. Okay, but could it be symbolic of a people that will be put on a ship that is really being described here? And also, I just read to you how in the Ark of the Covenant held the Ten Commandments. Okay, it held the Ten Commandments. Let me share my screen with you. Let me go back right quick. It says, a chest or a box containing the two stone tablets inscribed with the Ten Commandments carried by the Israelites in their wanderings in the desert. But in America, where are we wandering? In the hills and wilderness of North America, we say that we are the true Israelites, the children of Israel, the ones who originally had the Ten Commandments, but we broke them. Okay, we broke the Ten Commandments. Okay? So Allah's holy vessels was put on a ship. If we take it prophetically, Allah's holy vessels was put on an ark, because the ark looks like a box. Look at these. They look like a box. Okay? Now check it out. Now, it said, brother said that Noah, the Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia. Well, alaikum salam, brother Gab Talk Media family. We gonna have a if you just tuning in, we're gonna have the Circle of the Gods panel discussion today, live on YouTube. And if you want to join, please put your emails. If you have Google Hangouts, put your emails in the comment section, or you can email me at malcolmflex19@gmail.com. At malcolmflex19@gmail.com. Brother Gab Talk Media would love to have you on, brother. The topic is defending black women and black brothers being found lynched. Okay, but let me get back to the topic. So the brother stated that the Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia, although we have never actually saw the actual Ark of the Covenant. I've never saw it myself. If anybody has saw it, can you show it to me? Okay, if you saw the Ark of the Covenant, but that's if you taking it literal. But what if we take it prophetically, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us? Okay, because we know what the covenant is, and we know by definition of what an ark is. So could it be that the Ark of the Covenant, is actually a slave ship? Think about that. Think about that. Could the Ark of the Covenant be an actual slave ship? Look at the ark. Look at at the front of the ark how it's protruding out and it's sticking out. Look at Noah's Ark, how it's protruding out and it's sticking out. And just as I read the definition that the Ark of the Covenant was carried by the Israelites wandering through the wilderness. The 10 Commandments. If we are the children of Israel, we are originally the people of the 10 Commandments, okay? That is being housed on an ark, or in an ark, in a wooden box. What the slave ships is shaped like a wooden box. Think about that. The slave ship named Jesus, right? Now check this out. Brother said that the ark is in Ethiopia, right? But how many of you all ever just seen the map of America? How many of y'all ever seen a map of the United States of America? If you've seen the map of the United States of America, press 1 in the comments, please. Because we in class right now. And, you know, your brother just stumbled across some information. If you can hear me, just press 1 in the comments. If you've seen a map of the United States of America. Can I get some participation from the viewers in the chat? Okay, praise be to Allah. Thank you, Brother Josh. Okay, so now, peace, doctor, sister doctor. Okay, so now, brother said it's in Ethiopia, but I'm showing and proving that by definition, an ark is either a wooden box or it's a boat. This is after the Caucasian came. Okay, this is when the Caucasian came conquering, right? The Ark of the Covenant. We are the people of the covenant. We are the people of the covenant. Okay? And that was put on an ark. Right? Now, if you've seen the map of America, then doesn't the map of America strikingly is like an ark? If you can see the details, look how the front of the ark is sticking out and protruding like the American continent. Now, did the people who drew the lines for America, did they draw it that way intentionally? Pardon me. Did they draw it that way intentionally to let the people know that the ark or the people of the covenant is right here in America, and they will be put in wooden boxes or arks or slave ships? The holy vessels of Allah will be put in a wooden box and brought over here on a westerly course in the hills and wilderness of North America? Is that a Masonic secret? Look at America and look at Noah's Ark. Look how out of all these arks, the front protrudes out. Protrudes out. When you look at all of Noah's Arks, and then when you look at a map of America, it looks and is the way America is shaped in the picture is shaped like an ark. Slave ships, ark. So I don't know, family. Your brother just stumbled across this information. I feel that we might be on to something. You know what I'm saying? I feel in my heart that we might be on to something right here. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't plan to make this a long live stream because around 6 o'clock we have another live stream coming up. We have another live stream coming up. You know what I mean? So, but Brother Josh, Dr. Marole, you know, if y'all want to join, y'all can tune in. Y'all can either join the panel or you can be on a guest. I'm definitely opening up the floor for many of my subscribers and viewers because a lot of people ask me if they can come on, and not, you know, I'm a brother that I don't never have a problem with sharing the floor with people, you know. But just let me know what y'all think about this information right here, man. About the Ark of the Covenant. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we are the people of the covenant, and I believe that the story of Noah is really took place during the transatlantic slave trade. Just in my opinion. You know, and when you understand history, Noah went to the Queen of England, but Noah went to the King of Spain, King Philip, before he married the Queen. I believe it's Queen Elizabeth. And what's the white boy named Sir John Hawkins? Sir John Hawkins, right? He was working for the King of Spain. Okay, before the king married the queen. Okay, Sir John Hawkins' family were very wealthy people who owned ships. Okay, they were distinguished travelers who owned ships. Okay, and Sir John Hawkins had experiences doing navigations across the seas. So he was hired by the king in 1553, okay? And the king sent Sir John Hawkins to the New World. Okay, now when you remember Noah's Ark, Noah had a dove, right? A white dove, right? And he sent the dove to look for dry land. Okay, he sent the dove to look for dry land. And then the dove came back with an olive branch, with an olive leaf. Okay, same thing, symbolic mean. That's the prophetic or the symbolism. But when King Philip sent Sir John Hawkins to look for new land, okay, he came back with black people. Okay, he came back with gold. He came back with all kind of riches, but more specifically, he came back with black people. And we know that the olive branches, or anytime olive or olive branches or olive tree or olive leaf is mentioned in the Bible, it's referring to black people. So when Noah sent off the dove, he came back with an olive leaf. Okay, when the king sent Sir John Hawkins off, he came back with black people. And the Queen of England at the time was very upset about the slave trade until they showed her how much fortune that she could potentially make off the slave trade. Then she decided to participate in the slave trade. And Sir John Hawkins went on, matter of fact, he left early like 1955 and came back a little bit later than that. But yes, he first touched down with the first slaves in America in 1955. This is fact. This has been documented. You know, but I'm just seeing the striking similarities in the scriptures and real life events in history. You know what I mean? So, family, I didn't expect this to be a long video. I was just doing some research and just came across some information that I wanted to share with you all. As you can see, I got on the screen the map of America and Noah's Ark. And again, America, the way it's drawn out, it looks and shaped just like an ark. Okay, and then you got a slave ship in the ark. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna end this video with a video by Minister Farrakhan. And again, if you wanna join the panel for tonight at around 6 o'clock, Circle of the Gods, you can hit me in my email. Here's my email. So I'm in this video, family. If you can, press that like button, press that share button, and if this is your first time to Malcolm Flex TV, go ahead and don't be shy to press that subscribe button. Okay, and here's Minister Farrakhan.
Why did you use gold and silver? Because as gold and silver are the most precious metals that conduct electricity. The people of God are the natural conductors of His Spirit, His Word, His way. So they took the best of God's servants and brought them into Babylon and poured wine and strong drink and defiled those vessels of God.